Okay, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making a complete tutorial to PUBG, and we're going to be doing this with the PUBG interactive map, or you can find it at pubgmap.io, and I think I'm going to have some gameplay running here. So, okay, wait, God damn it. Okay, so I'm talking in this, so, you know what, forget the gameplay. You know, guys, you guys don't need it. Okay, so say like I don't know. I've had this flight path a lot these days. So say you start there, and you end up there. Okay, there. If you're wondering what all this stuff is, so the red dots. Let's go try to find one. Like say. Okay, well, red is high. Oh wait, it's circle. I'm stupid. I haven't actually used this map that much. I'm just using it for the purposes of this video. So you guys like want to avoid all the red circle areas. And by the way, this is just gonna be like how to win, not like how to get kills. If you want to get kills, go to those red areas. But normally Yasnaya isn't populated. So we're just gonna be sticking to this one flight path that I created. So it's going from east to west. So military power and that Milta, Pachinki, probably school and military base. Primorsk, probably not. Like, so you probably, if you don't want to die early game, you shouldn't go there, there. So anyway, like anything within like 1.5 kilometers from this. So 1.5 kilometers is like one of these big circles and another half. You don't want to go anywhere in that area. But like I'm saying that, and it also includes military base because everyone goes there. Let's be honest. Okay, like well, people go there every game, in school too. So basically, what you're gonna want to do is go find a small compound. Um, how do I? Okay, this isn't very good, but you're gonna like it's not good quality content, but you guys are gonna have to deal with it. You want to go like somewhere here. This is normally a good area down here. This little compound. It may not look like much, but that's always a good compound to go to. Cause look at all the car spawns here. You and also normally if circles in like the middle, if like first circle is like here on that side of the map, there, down here, you're in all of those circles. I know circles can start here or here, but you'll be relatively close to any place, and you can get a car. But I don't recommend you always get a car, because that's not always, like, cars make a lot of noise, and noise attracts people. So I would recommend just walking. And so basically, if you start out at this compound, you can go over here, and then you can go to any of these compounds. They're all like they all have a little bit or some loot, and or you can even go to this big area, but there's sometimes people there. But I had a game like where I dropped here, someone else also dropped here, so then I just ran up here, and the guy like literally followed me, and then I killed him, and then apparently there was another guy that dropped here initially, and he came for me too, and I killed him too. So you guys just have to close your doors. That's oh yeah, that's like the biggest tip I can give to you. Close your doors. It takes only a little bit of time. I know if you guys watch my gameplay, not Chris's, because he loots a lot faster than me, but he sometimes misses stuff. But I loot very slowly, and like it takes me that like a couple like the time that it takes someone else to loot like two stories, I can only loot one 2 story. And that's not very good. Like if you go in school or something, that's why I don't go to school, or like military base, you have to like be able to loot fast. But also that's just something I've adapted to because, or I do, it's I can't even loot fast because my game normally lags during the first few seconds of dropping out of the plane, which kind of sucks, but it's just something you have to deal with, and it's not a big deal if I do this strategy. So with this strategy, you're just trying to go from compound to compound, work your way into circle, and yeah, that's basically it. But so you should learn how to spot sounds. That's another huge tip I can give you. Like just sit there, have both of your um headphone cups on, and just listen. Like you'll be a, a better player for it. And also, if you can listen well, then you can start like going towards fights. So say like I'm here, wherever where's the start? So I'm here and I hear shots somewhere over here. Then I know there's someone at either Milta or farm or this compound. And like then you can, if you're pretty well equipped, you can run over there and then listen to see if there's more fighting. And also, if you see open doors, that means someone's been there, so you can just like follow the trail of open doors till you find someone. I've done this many times and it normally works because like you're more cautious and they don't know you're coming. And also like try to avoid boats. I don't know why. I always get killed when I get in a boat. Like, cause boat spawns are normally near like high risk areas or higher risk areas. So like, if you like, even if you go here, like that's you're just going past a bunch of high risk places, like Watertown, Rozok, Yaz. Well, Yaz is normally lower risk. Georgia Pool, yeah, and hospital. So that's not like I would only take a boat in the first circle. Like I don't know. I just never take boats. I never even look for them unless it's like I don't. There's no cars and I'm gonna get screwed by circle. Um. So yeah. Also look if you hear shots closer, you can like look for flashes. Oh yeah, and everything that I'm saying applies to Miramar too, like the newer map. But I just wanted to show you guys on this map because I know this map a lot more. I have probably 10 times more hours on this map than I do Miramar, even though Miramar I get Miramar a lot more these days, which kind of sucks because I don't like it too much, but I can still do well. And also, like, I would play in first person when you're just starting out so that you can focus more on listening for people than like camping or just trying to look for people, because third person is a huge advantage, but if you play first person only, you'll learn how to do stuff better. I actually started out playing first person just because I come from a bunch of first person shooters like CSGO and stuff. So it was just more natural for me. And also, like, I would always get shot whenever I played third person, and I'd be like, where the heck is this person, and how do they see me? I'm, like, in cover. But, yeah, it'll, like, reduce your amount of deaths, which is better, so that you can make it to endgame, hopefully, and, like, learn endgame. Like, I mean, I can normally get top 10 pretty easily if I just play super passively, but that's not the kind of player I want to be. I want to be out there and getting into fights. So I try to like just loot up and go near to like a big area. Also, like if you want to go to a high risk area, go to one with a lot of buildings. Like Yaz is like the best high risk area, I would say, or Primorsk. Well, that's like whenever I so with this plane path here, this example plane path. If you go to Primorsk, there's gonna be no one there. I guarantee it. And like if there is someone there, it's only like one or two other people. If you're, and I'm talking about solos only. Squads and duos change things up drastically because you can't do this strategy where you just go to like small little compounds. You're gonna have to go to a big city or thing. That's why I say just start out playing solo. Play your first game solo, also so that you don't piss off your teammates, and like get a feel for the game. Like learn which keys, like or which keys are which, and like you probably gonna want to remap some of them. And yeah, just like play, I don't know, like 10 games that way. Get used to your sensitivities, change your sensitivities. Oh yeah, that's like play on the low sensitivity on your mouse and then leave your in-game sensitivity the way it is, or you can lower it. But generally lowering it is kind of hard, especially if it's your first time playing. So just kind of leave that, but like play on low sensitivity. It's going to be a lot better for your body because like you're going to get less arm cramps and stuff, which kind of sounds stupid, but it happens. I always thought high sensitivity, like when I started out PC gaming, I always thought higher sensitivity was better, but that's not the case. Sometimes you just want low sensitivity so that you can flick and stuff and have more control. It sounds like you're going to have less control, but you have a lot more. So yeah, if you're going to go to high risk place, go to Pachinki, Primorsk, Yaz, Georgia Pool, Staldabar. Yeah, Staldabar isn't too bad as long as it's not in plane path. Like if the plane is going, wait, let me get plane path. If it's going like here, okay, wait, what? Okay, if it's going from like down here up through Staldabar and it's ending at Staldabar, okay. I did, there wasn't a line here for a second and it was kind of weird. But if it's going like this, don't go to Staldabar. Don't go to Yaz either. Like, try to get to Pachinki. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If you guys watch more of my videos, you'll see how I parachute. I always look straight up at the sky and point my character in the direction I want to go. So if I want to go over here, I'm going to look straight up at the sky and try to go over there. Wait, let me see if this gameplay has it. And then once you're over your target, look straight down. Okay, so you guys see I'm going to some more space. I don't. So one other guy's going. Yeah, people actually might go to Quarry because they think it's better, but don't go to Quarry. It's trash. The best thing I've gotten there, and from like whole first circle of looting it, was a mini, and I didn't even have a scope for it, and I had to go to because there's other people there, and I like legit hit a guy from like 400 meters. See, so this time it was kind of close to a plane path. So wait, let me illustrate this for you guys. Okay, so erase the plane path. Let's draw a new one. Okay, it's kind of, wait, no, that's inaccurate. What? No, it was going like from up here. Okay, I'm still learning this. Like I normally never use this tool, but it's a good tool. So it was kind of like going like that at a slight angle, and I jumped out here. So that was like the first hot spot on the map, or like the first red area. So of course people are gonna go to it. And with this plane path, the only other real ones that you can get to by jumping is Primorsk, Pachinki, but there's not gonna be as many people going to Pachinki in this case because it's farther. That's like pushing 1.5 kilometers. And if people don't know the parachuting tricks, then um they won't make it there, and then they'll have to go like to one of these compounds down here, which aren't good. Military base, I would reckon like 50% of people went to military base or Novenpor in this case. But back to the parachuting. Wait, oh shoot, I get caught up talking about other things. I get distracted. So I look at my map when I'm parachuting. So you see I was like looking at it there. Now I'm diving straight down to get a good velocity going straight down, because it also, when your parachute finally pops like that, you'll start going faster. Like I'm going like 100 kilometers an hour. Now it's slowing down a little bit. But okay, yeah. So this is kind of hard. Like my computer has problems when the game first loads, but that's the most important part right there. So you guys see what I just did. I looked straight up, and after I positioned my character so it was facing Primorsk, so it was like looking in this. I was looking in this direction. I looked straight up at the sky, and this makes you go 125 kilometers an hour, which you would normally go like if you just looked straight at your target. And but it makes you go across like your. So there's vertical speed, which is what it shows in the bottom left corner while you're parachuting. And that just so that's how that shows how fast you're going straight down. But what it doesn't tell you is your lateral speed, or how fast you're going in the direction you're facing. And looking straight up at the sky will increase that lateral speed. So you want to hold W and then look straight up. Otherwise, you'll start going super fast down, and that's not a good thing. So because like if you're going down fast, then you're not going to make it as far in the direction you want to go. So always hold W and then just look straight up until you're like up. So I would say if you're trying to go to Primorsk, like start diving down like here or wherever I did it in this video. I don't know if this video is going to be posted on the channel, so I was just going to use it as an example. Gameplay. So I always have my map open to see like about, because that's like more accurate than your mini map. Yeah, see, so I start diving down like a little bit back there, and I don't know, this was a pretty good parachute. It probably could have been better, but I don't know, I think the other guy made it down before me, but he didn't really cause me that much trouble, and I think this game I actually did quite well. I can't remember. I record a bunch of gameplay for you guys, and not all of it makes it on the channel, and it just sits on my computer. So I don't know if that's one of the videos. So anyways, if you look straight down, you'll start going down faster, and so I was going like, I think it maxes out at like 230 kilometers an hour, and it'll like vary a little bit, go like 220, 230, 220, 230 or something like that. But then when your parachute finally pops, you'll start going down at a slower speed because the parachute decreases that speed in real life. And yeah, so anyways, it makes you go like 125 miles an hour instead of like if you weren't looking straight down before your parachute, or you didn't have, if you look straight down but your speed doesn't increase to 225 kilometers an hour, then your parachute will just pop, and then it'll be like the normal parachute speed, which is like 65 kilometers an hour. So you want it to be 125. This will help you get down onto the ground faster, and it will make you not move in the direction you're facing as far, which is good if you're trying to get straight down onto a building. And so, yeah, it like slows down after a while, but for the most part, after popping your parachute, it'll be 125, which is a good thing. So yeah, that's like I've covered basically most of the early game looting. I don't like if you're going to a place like Ruins or Staldabar or on Miramar. I don't know. Like Miramar is kind of weird. Like it because there's like a bunch of trash everywhere, so you need to like tab loot because sometimes the loot goes through the ground. I've seen that happen too. So you want to press tab to loot instead of just running by and pressing F. That's more like for if you're going school, or like a high risk area, military base, but mostly school, military base, and then on Miramar that would be Hacienda De, De or Del Patron. I don't remember the names of the cities on that map yet, but that one also like prison and then mansion here because those are like larger open areas, so you want to be looting fast, so you just run by like spam F. I don't know, my computer lags out, so I can't really do that, but yeah, you want to do that. Run through as many rooms as possible until you get a gun and some armor, and then you just want to find the other people there and kill them. But yeah, that's like early game mostly, and that's what you're gonna be playing. If you guys are absolute beginners, that's the part you're gonna be playing for most of your games until you get better. And you might get to like mid game. Mid game, like it's hard to tell like early game, mid game, and then late game. I would say because like it depends on how aggressive people are in your games. Because like mid game could start second circle, because there's only like 20 or 30 people left. So I would say mid game starts when there's 30 to 20 people, and you shouldn't if you're playing solo, that and you're just a beginner. Making top 30 or top 20 is great. Like you should feel accomplished. And then making top 10 is when late game starts, and so I mean you for the first for early and mid game, I would say push into as soon as white the next white circle updates, push into it unless you're still looting. And well, like early game, like just loot. Don't worry about the circle. You can make it into it. Um. So, yeah, yeah. Uh, just like run with push with circle for early and late game. Well, I mean early game. It's a good idea to get a good circle position. Some people will say just push with circle. I like to get a good position. That will net you more kills, but you might be more danger because if you clear an area, but someone so like say I own coastline right now, and so I'm like safe here, like circle is around me, and I like pushed from like Ferry Pier. That it's I don't know why it says it's yellow here. Ferry Pier is normally crowded, so I push from Ferry Pier, and I'm safe. Circle is closing. If someone was at these houses or something, and for whatever reason they didn't hear me when I ran by them, and I'm just like here watching coastline, watching over here, they can sneak up on me and kill me if I don't hear them. That's also why you want to be good at listening. And they sneak up behind me, they're gonna get a pretty easy kill because I'm just watching into circle, not watching my back because I thought I cleared this whole part. So that's the danger of pushing early, but generally that's not gonna happen. That's just bad luck if it does. but like in late game, push with circle. Like push like the edge of circle, because no one's gonna want to. Everyone's gonna push earlier, because otherwise you're gonna, if they're far, they're gonna push earlier because they don't want to get hit by circle. But like just play the edge of the blue circle and like run around the ring until you can get to a narrow part where it meets the white circle and get in. And you're gonna want to prone and crouch walk a lot in late game rather than standing up. Only stand up if you need to sprint long distance and you've cleared the area that you're in. So late game starts again when there's like 10 or less players and you're just trying to get in to a circle. And I don't know why I'm referring to these red circles. Those don't mean anything. But since I don't have a big circle, and mostly on Aaron Joel, this map, it's gonna be like it ends up in like an open field or like next to a mountain or something a lot of the time. Same with Miramar, but sometimes the like fourth and fifth circle in Miramar is still gonna have buildings in it. This circle normally ends on a place without buildings on this map. The only time I've had it end like, so it's like Georgia Pool ending, and like I was over here and I literally had to run all the way over here, and it was like it looked, I didn't actually see how that game played out, but like it was ending over here and it was closing in, and there wasn't gonna be any buildings in like the last circle, but there were still buildings in like the last, like not the actual last circle, but like third or second to last. I think there were still a couple of buildings, so that was really scary because I was up here and I had to push through Georgia Pool, and I ended up getting killed because I didn't run through all the buildings. I like just peeked the windows because that's where people are gonna be if they're in the buildings, and some guy just killed me. So yeah, that was unfortunate. But just plan on being out in the open a lot and use the trees as cover. Trees and rocks are your friends when you're in nature. And also, like, if you have a ridge, you're advantageous. If you have to push up a ridge, you're less advantageous. But if you're sitting at the top of that ridge, you can just look down, and as people come up towards you, like, so say circle edge is like right here, and people are coming. I'm trying to point at my monitor and you guys can't see it. It's kind of frustrating. People are coming this way and you're just sitting here, then you can watch them and see them because they're gonna have to run out in the open eventually, and you can just gun them down as they come towards you. And that's like good position, but like that only happens later game, and you guys probably won't see that a lot in your first games if you die early. Dying early being like 20 or 30 or more people. So, wait, 20, 30 or more people. That doesn't really make sense, but 30 or more people, you're definitely gonna not see people like pushing into circle if you're sitting on the edge, because there's so many places people could enter circle. And then 20 people, it's less common, but it could happen. So yeah, that's basically how to play a full game of PUBG. I personally have never won a solos game. I have won squads like once or twice, and that's just good luck. And also, don't go for crates, guys. Crates are a death trap. Only go for the first crate of the game when people are still looting. But you're only gonna get that if you A, have a car, and B, you're in circle. And also, you should have good loot. So yeah, that's basically how to play an entire game of PUBG, and I hope you guys get a chicken dinner soon.